Just so y'all know, this isn't a step-by-step video, so if y'all needed a tutorial, this is not the video for you. I'm a 17-year-old girl who just enjoys dyeing her hair and been enjoying it for as long as she could remember. If y'all catch me looking over here, it's because my mirror's right there, so I kind of need to see what I'm doing. And y'all may be wondering, what color is she dyeing her hair? I'm dyeing it black. I've been thinking about this for like about a week straight. And thinking about something for a week straight is enough for me to go forward with it. Especially if I have it right on my fingertips. Literally, see? Alright, the first, it will not damage your hair. This right here, it's Arctic Fox, semi-permanent. It won't damage my hair. Now y'all may be wondering, it's hair dye. How is it not going to damage your hair? Let me tell you. Semi-permanent, think of it as conditioner with pigment. Conditioner with pigment is not going to damage your hair. It's going to condition your hair. The pigment, it stains your hair and colors it. Kind of like a marker. Semi-permanent doesn't have any damaging chemicals that chemically change your hair. The parts that do get into your hair shaft isn't damaging enough, not whatsoever. It's such a small layer into the hair shaft, it won't damage at all because most of the gloss is outside of the hair shaft. So yes, it does stain your hair for however long your hair can handle it, but it doesn't damage. The gloss, it definitely conditions your hair, so you can sleep with this in your head overnight if you wanted to. Number 2, you can't go any lighter than what you want to do. For an example, after I dye my hair black, if I want to do a medium red, I wouldn't be able to do it. Because there's no chemical molecules inside of the hair dye that, chemically changes your hair, you won't be able to go any lighter than you want to go. You have to stay within the same shade that your hair already is. If you do use a pastel shade of semi-permanent, nothing will show up. You won't be able to change your hair color without using any chemicals. You're going to have to bleach or use box hair dye. So that follows along to number 3. Be careful on the color you choose for your hair, because what I just said, if your hair isn't light enough, it's not going to take in the color. If you're trying to get to, let's say, orange, because you dig that color, but your hair is blue, it's just common sense that the orange you're not going to be able to achieve, because you're gonna have to fade that blue. And if it's a dark blue, if you never bleach your hair, you're going to have to bleach it. Number 4, there's no promises on how long the color will stay in your hair. In instructions, they're going to say this hair color is going to stay in for 30 days, for up to 2 months. And just like in the instructions, it says to leave in the hair dye for this amount of time, this amount of time. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Let me tell you, that depends on the hair history you have of messing with your hair. That depends on the thickness, the thinness of your hair. It just depends on your hair. I know people and they dye their hair and their hair color, it fades like that. It fades fast. Me personally, when I dye my hair a hair color, it sticks. It sticks so much. It's a blessing and it's a curse. A tip for keeping your hair the hair color you want it to be is washing your hair once a week. Yeah, I said it. Once a week. Some of y'all know about this. Some of y'all do it. Some of y'all do not. because y'all are not interested in any type of oils absorbing your hair and you having greasy hair. Let me tell you.
Your hair's gonna be so greasy.
But then after a while, you're going to get used to it. Not you. Your scalp is going to get used to it. It's going to get used to I don't know the science part. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Okay? But your scalp's nature is going to be used to being washed once a week, and your oils are going to be like...
Okay, I guess we can wait. We can wait until, let's say, per se, a little bit after a week for hair to be completely greasy.
Something to tame your oils while you're getting used to this is dry shampoo. A tip for fading your hair if you already have processed bleached hair in the past: vitamin C tabs. If you haven't already heard of this, I'm about to give y'all a game changer. So basically, you just buy basic vitamin C tabs, and what you want to do is you want to lay them on a surface and you want to crush them. You want them to be as powdery as you can get. If you can't get them to be fine powder, don't worry, I never can. But as long as it's powdery, then you're good. And then what you want to do is you want to use shampoo. Any shampoo will work, and that is, shampoo does fade out your hair. Shampoo is made for stripping oils, getting that dirt out. So whenever you use shampoo, it does take out hair color, and that's why you're not really necessarily supposed to use shampoo after you do any processing of coloring into your hair. The shampoo that does fade the most, in my experience and other people's experience, is anti-dandruff shampoo. Off-brand, the Made brand, doesn't matter. That will fade. I do 50-50 mix. Whenever it's at a nice pace, not too thick, not too thin, you want to go like this. And I suggest keeping that on for at least 10 to 50 minutes in between there. It does dry your hair for that moment because, shampoo. So what you want to do is you want to do a hair treatment, maybe like oils or a hair mask. I like using my coconut oil and sleeping with that in my hair the day after. You're not going to get the hair faded how you want on the first try. Something that you can add is baking soda, dish soap. You can just use one of those products. You can just use 2 of those. Wow, number 4 was a long thing to know. Now let's get to number 5. It's really simple. It will stain, obviously. The staining on your face, if you get any, the staining on your skin, it does not last forever. Whenever you use semi hair dye, every time you take a shower, your hair will fade a little bit, little by little. You will see some color in there, so don't freak out. Like I said before, depending on your hair would depend on how well the hair dye stains in your hair. Something that should be taken to note is because some color does come out whenever you take a shower, whenever you're out of the shower, you should wait until your hair is dry before you put on that white t-shirt that you love, before you lay on those light pink sheets that you have, or light blue, or whatever light thing you have, because it will stain. Trust me. I know. At least wait for your hair to be damp enough to where it's not dripping anymore, or you can even just keep a towel on your head afterwards, whenever you're washing it out. Then you may see that your tub has a little bit of leftover residue on the ground. And that's nothing to fear. You can always get that off with cleaning materials or a quick scrub whenever you get out of the shower. So keep that in mind too. I'm going to throw in a quick tip for y'all just cause I'm
Feeling so generous and nice, like, hello.
diluting your hair dye with conditioner really helps. And if your hair dye is light, I'm sorry, like if it's like purposely a pastel color, diluting this color won't be much of help unless you have platinum blonde so your hair can take that color. But if it's, you know, black, how I just did, any dark color, if it's a medium shade, you can dilute it, but I would suggest doing only a few pumps, you know, a nice layer of conditioner. This can go a long way to helping you save. And if you have a dark color like dark blue, dark purple, red if you're trying to get pink, a lot of pumps, black, because I didn't have a lot of black inside of my Transylvania Arctic Fox because there was only like this much in this bottle. So I pumped the out of this conditioner and I managed to do all of my hair, which I'm really happy about. Alright guys, so I hope y'all enjoyed that video and I hope y'all learned something. Bye. I hope y'all have a nice rest of the day.